All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. This is week 17. We've got this week and next week, and then semester exams. Okay. So we are wrapping up this quarter really, really quick. So I want to spend a minute and talk about the semester exam schedule. It doesn't just impact this class, but just what your schedule is going to look like that week. Okay. Because so this week and next week, we have our normal schedule, right? We have classes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. You go to your classes Tuesday, all classes. Wednesdays are odd and Thursdays are even, right? The week of semester exams, there isn't normal class times, okay, and stuff. So it's going to be a little bit different, all right? So exams are broken up out over 4 days. So this is in the announcement. So if you go into Canvas, you go to announcements. I also emailed this and stuff, but good morning, Kira. But this way you don't have to remember, but you know where to go find it. Okay. And then I'll be posting this on the live session page too the week of, and stuff. And of course I'll be reminding you and sending reminds and things like that. Okay. So the way it's going to work is semester exams are going to be over the course of 4 days. Okay. So that Monday through Thursday, the week of December 11th. So Monday will be period 1 and 2. So you'll have this class and your second period the first day of exams, right? Then Tuesday will be 3 and 4, Wednesday 4 and 5, and Thursday 7, 8. Okay. Or sorry. Tuesday 3, 4, Wednesday 5, 6, Thursday 7, 8. All right. Now the exam times when they have that 9 to 10:30, 10:45 to 12:15, that's when the teacher should be available. So for example, on Monday for your exam, so Monday the 11th for your exam, I'll be available if you need anything, if you have questions from 9 to 10:30. Does that make sense? Okay. So it doesn't mean you have to go to class, but it means that the teacher is available. Okay. So if you have questions about your exam or anything last minute or anything like that, the teacher is available. Okay. Then like during exam 2, then I would be doing, period 2. So on Tuesday, I would be doing my period 3 during exam 1 and period 4 during exam 2. Does that make sense? So exam 1's the first period of the day, and then exam 2 is the second period of the day. Okay. The exams, if you're new to NVLA, so this is something you definitely need to make note of. You can take it anytime that day, but it has to be that day. So for example, for period 1, the exam will open at 12 a.m. So you don't have to take it from 9 to 10:30 or 10:45 to 12:15. Morning, Leonardo. So you can take it anytime in that 24-hour period. So it opens at 12 a.m. on the day of your exam. So for us, it would be Monday the 11th, right? But it closes at 11:59. That means you have to be done at 11:59. So you can't start at 11:59. It will close even if you're in the middle of the exam. All right. So you have 24 hours to complete the exam. So if you need assistance, no. So that's what I'm saying. Your teacher's available, but no, you do not have to take it in a Google Meet. In fact, when you're doing it in Honor Lock, you can't take it in a Google Meet, right? And stuff, but your teacher's available that day. So like I'm available to you Monday during exam 1 period. Does that make sense? 9 to 10:30. Okay. So your period 2 teacher would be available during exam 2, 10:45 to 12:15, right? And then so on each day. Period 3 would be during exam 1, period 4 would be during exam 2, but you can take it anytime on that assigned day. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that's making sense. So you can take it anytime during that 24 hours, but like period 1 and 2 has to be done on the 11th. There are no exceptions. There are no extensions. I'm not reopening it. We don't do that. There are no retakes. Like you take it. Now, so I just went over this. So listen up. Okay. So if you want assistance or if you need to talk to your teacher, then you would talk to them during that exam time. You do not have to take the exam during that exam time. You just have to take it sometime during that day. I encourage you to take it during the exam time. That's totally fine. Okay. But you don't have to. That's just when your teacher's available. That's when it's been slotted to take it. If you were in brick and mortar, then you would be taking it during that time. Does that make sense? But we're online, so you have more flexibility. So if you want to get up at 4 a.m. and get them done, then get them done. If you want to do them that evening, then do that. Okay. But they close no matter what after the 24 hours. So at 11:59. Does that make sense? So you can only take 1 and 2 on Monday. You can only take 3 and 4 on Tuesday. You can only take 5 and 6 on Wednesday. You can only take 7 and 8 on Thursday. You can't take 7 and 8. Oh, do the exams have a time limit? Most exams do. So it would depend on the class. Okay. And I'm going to go over that in a second for this class. Yes, so most exams do have a time limit. Now you could take it any time in that 24 hours, but it's going to be up to the teacher. So it's something that you would want to look at, and it'll say the time before you start it. But your teacher should be giving you that information. Yeah, so it depends on the length of the exam, right? One class might be a short one, another one might be longer. So of course you're going to need more time with the longer, just depending on the class or how many questions. Okay, and I'll go over this classes here in just a minute. Any questions though, generally like on the times or anything like that? So you could take it any time on the day it's assigned. It just has to be done by 11:59. Okay. And if you need to get in touch with your teacher, then we're available during those time slots on the day that it's assigned to you, right? So that means no small group that week, okay, because we're doing exams. So Monday is 1 and 2, Tuesday 3, 4, Wednesday 4, 5, Thursday 7, 8, or Tuesday 3, 4, Wednesday 5, 6, Thursday 7, 8. And Friday, you guys fill out an attendance form, but we have school Friday, but you don't have anything assigned to you other than just doing your attendance form. Okay. But teachers work that day because we're finalizing grades. All of our stuff is due that day. So it depends on the teacher. It is going really fast. It depends on the teacher. We will do a little review. I'm going to go over a little bit with you here in just a second, like what your exam is going to be. Honestly, we don't really need to review for our exam. Our exam is super easy, super, super easy. All right. It's literally 10 questions. I'm not even joking. It's for 25. Yeah, I've made this one really easy because I want you to focus on your other classes. Okay. So this exam is really easy. It's literally basic things. Like let's answer. I'll give you one of the questions right now. You ready? Okay. So, and you answer in the chat. Is government class required your senior year of high school to graduate? Yes or no? That is one of them. Is government class required your senior year to graduate from high school? Yes. You guys know this. That's literally one of the questions. Here's another one of the questions. Do you have to go to college to get a good job? Do you have to go to college to get a good job? No. There are plenty of careers where you could go to trade school or get an internship or start a business, or if you have a certain talent, right? Now, there are a lot of jobs where you do need to go to college, and certainly if you're going to be a heart surgeon or something, no offense, I would like you to go to college and be trained if you're going to, operate on me or something, or if you're going to be so there are certain professions where you need to go to school, but there are plenty. So that's literally one of them. What program are we working in trying to improve our reading and math skills? What program have we been working in all semester in this class to improve our reading and math skills? Anybody remember the name of the program? Exact Path. Very good. Exact Path. So these are literally the kind of questions I've given you. So there's 9 true false questions. And then there is one response question is number 10. And it's just asking you kind of a reflection on me, how have I done? Is there anything I can do to improve? You give a sentence or two. There's 3 questions. You give a sentence or 2 for each one and you're done. Okay. So I believe I've given you, let me look, let me double check before I say it. And I don't want to misquote myself. I believe I've given you 40 minutes to do it. Where are my quizzes? Okay, I got to go in and find it. That's not, oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Okay, so I've given you, it's worth 25 points. I've given you 25 minutes. I'll change it. I'll give you 40. It's literally 10 questions. 40 minutes to do 10 questions. And it's literally like 9 that are true and false, and then 1 short response. Okay, so this class should be nothing to stress about. If you take it, you should get 100%, if not really close to that. All right, it's very, very simple, very simple. Okay, we just went over 3 of the questions. Okay, here's another one. True or false? The Vegas Golden Knights hockey team won the Stanley Cup this last year. True or false? Christian, it's true. It's true. We did win. We did win. True. Yes, they did win. Okay. What professional football team do we have in our town? Professional football team. They built this massive starship. It looks like something out of the Allegiant Stadium. To me, reminds me of like the Death Star or something from like Star Wars. Yeah, the Raiders. The Raiders. Okay, those are two of the questions. So, did the Las Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup? And true or false? The Raiders are yes, exactly. They were the Oakland Raiders. So I believe that's how the question. So I believe that's how the question's framed. It's the Oakland Raiders, or sorry, the Raiders are. The Raiders' home is still in Oakland as of 2023, which would be false, right? I need to watch more sports. Well, these are just our town, just our town, which I would hope in the news or things like that. But I'm literally going over it, okay? So I'll do another little review next week, okay? So nothing to stress about. But honestly, this class, it'll be so easy, okay? Really, really easy. You should do well, okay? Any questions? So because of that, I'm not giving you guys a study guide because it's literally it's easy. It's super easy. And literally we'll go over the questions ahead of time. We'll review the questions ahead of time. And then the last free response is literally just your opinion on the class. Like, am I communicating well with you? Is there something I can do better? Is there something I'm doing that helps you? It's literally just a free response. Okay? So any questions? Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling okay. And hopefully not stressed about this class in the final. All right, I don't think I've steered you wrong so far. So when I say it's easy, I hope you believe me. All right, and we've gone over like 5 or 6 of the questions already. Okay, so yeah, it's really easy. Okay, and that's because I want you to focus on your other classes. This class is supposed to improve your reading, math, or exact path and be here to support you. Okay, this class is not meant to challenge your grade, so as long as you're meeting those basic requirements, this class should be an A. You know what I mean? This class is not meant to try to bring down your grade or overly exhaust you or anything like that. Okay. All right. So for this week, we are going to be doing we're going to be working on exact path. Okay. So this will be our last week of doing exact path for this semester. Next week, I'm just going to give you time to catch up on work, and then we'll do a quick review. But honestly, next week will be a lot of just study sessions. Okay. So this will be the last week that I'm giving you a new assignment, and that's going to be this week's exact path. So 30 minutes in reading, 30 minutes in math. Okay. We have about 24 minutes left. So let's do 20 minutes. Go ahead and log into exact path. And let's go ahead and do 20 minutes in either reading or math, whichever you prefer. Okay. And then when we meet tomorrow on Wednesday, then you can finish up that reading or math and then work on the other. So if you start with reading, then you would switch to math. Or if you start with math, you would switch to reading. And you should be able to easily get that done in class tomorrow. And then even hopefully have about 30 minutes of study hall. Okay. I am making this one and week 15. They are summative because I'm not giving you other assignments. So doing this, not doing it is going to hurt your grade, but literally we're doing it in class. You get it done. Make sure you're doing 30 minutes for each one, because when you submit it, then I go in and I check, did you actually register? And not just logged in, but you have to be active in the program. Okay. And it tells me if you're inactive in the program. All right. So I'm just being really, really clear. I need 30 minutes for each. Now, if you get behind, okay, I've had this conversation with a few students. If you get behind on these weeks, you have to do an hour per week. So if you're submitting week 15 and 17 this week, because remember we skipped last week, so there's no week 16. We didn't do anything new last week. If you're submitting your exact path, you need to have then 2 hours showing, right? If you didn't do week 15, you're behind, so you need to catch up on that, and you're going to do week 17. Then I need to see 2 hours in exact path, not one. It's 1 hour per week, right? 30 minutes in each program. Okay? So log in, please put in the chat really quick. If you're going to do reading or math, let's do 20 minutes of exact path, and then we'll pick up on that tomorrow. All right. And we should then really finish out the semester strong. And yeah, just tell me if you're doing reading or math. Awesome. Thank you so much. Log in and get to it. You can get 20 minutes done today. And that way tomorrow you would have 10 more minutes and 30. So you'd only have 40 minutes of work you need to do tomorrow. And it's an 80-minute period. So you could literally have half the period as a study hall. Okay. If you're getting on it today. All right. Awesome. So go ahead and log in, get working. Reading or math, we'll do 20 minutes. I'm going to stop recording so that they don't have to see us. But if you're watching this back, then again, for this week, this will be the last week that I am assigning exact path for this semester. So the week 17, 30 minutes in reading, 30 minutes in math before you submit that, right? Okay. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Get to it.